Hello everyone, welcome back to Data Monk. In today's video, we are going to cover all our doubts related to keys. So what is a key? What is the need for a key in a relation? How many keys are there? And more. So all of these doubts, it will be clear after you complete this video. Alright? So let us start with a basic definition of a key. So what is a key? Key is an attribute or a set of attribute. Attribute is basically a column. So it is an attribute or a set of attribute which helps in identifying a unique tuple in the relation, right? So let us understand this with an example. Consider this table that we have, which has student number, student ID, then we have name and company placed, right? So if I want to fetch a unique tuple from here, what column, what attribute can I choose as my key? If you consider the sign number, you see if I select sign number as 3, so I can easily fetch this unique record, right? Because there's no other 3 in the sign number column. If I'm selecting 3, then it is only going to fetch me student ID 202, name Sarah, and company placed Amazon, right? If I select 2, then it is going to fetch me 201, Rohan, and Deloitte, alright? So any column that can fetch me a unique record can be called as a key. Now key can be an attribute or a set of attribute also. So if you consider the student ID, I can't treat this as a key because if I select 201, it is going to fetch me Rohan invoices, and it can also fetch me Rohan and Deloitte, right? So this can't fetch me a unique tuple here. But if I choose sign number and student ID together if I choose them, it will fetch me a unique record. If I choose 2 sign number student ID 201, it is going to fetch me Rohan and Deloitte. If I fetch sign number 1 and 201 student ID, it is going to fetch me Rohan and invoices. So any key can be grouped with non-key as well, that together can be called as a key. For example, here we can treat company placed also as a key because it has all the unique values. If I choose Google, it is going to fetch me name Anubhav, student ID 203, and sign number 4. All right, and with company placed, I can group it with name also. I can group it with student ID also. Then it is going to fetch me a unique record, right? So this is the basic definition of key. Now we have different kinds of keys here. The first one that we are going to talk about is super key. Super key is nothing, it is just another name for a key. So you can say key or super key, it means the same thing. It also uniquely identifies a tuple in a relation with attributes or set of attributes. So key and super key are basically synonyms. There's no difference between them. So here the super key will be sign number or sign number student ID together, or company placed or company placed and name together, or sign number and company placed together. Any of it you can choose it as super key. It could be an individual key, it could be a group of keys, that is upon you. Alright, so this was our super key. Moving ahead, we have our candidate key. So what is a candidate key? It is a minimal subset of a super key. Alright, let me explain this to you with an example. What is a minimal subset? So if you remember, we chose super keys, which was an individual key as well as group of keys. So I can choose sign number student ID, sign number student ID, name as my super keys. But if you notice, this is just unnecessary pairing of attributes together, right? So a candidate key is basically the minimal subset of super key. So if you consider this first row, we have sign number, student ID, sign number, student ID, name as super keys. But what is the minimal subset that I can get out of it? Sign number alone can fetch me a unique record, right? So I can treat this as a candidate key. I don't need this unnecessary pairing of other attributes. Similarly, if you notice company placed, why to choose company placed with name or company placed with student ID when it can uniquely fetch me a record? So the other candidate key could be a company placed. Alright, so it is the minimal subset of super key. I hope this is clear. Moving ahead, we have primary key. Now, primary key is a candidate key which uniquely identifies a row. It could be any candidate key, that is upon you. You can choose it. So, in the previous example you saw, we chose sign number and company placed as a candidate key. So, it is your choice. You can choose either sign number or company placed as your primary key, and the other key that is left will be called as your alternate key, as simple as that. So here I chose primary key, a sign number as my primary key, and the other key that was left, the company placed, I can treat that as my alternate key, or vice versa. It is completely upon you which primary key you want to choose in a table, what you feel is more suitable for that. So here we have chosen primary key sign number. All right. Moving ahead, what we have is our foreign key. Foreign key, you can maybe understand it by name only. When we are having another table, it is going to act as a link between two tables. So, for example, we had the student table above where we had sign number, student ID, name, and company placed. Now we have another table which have sign number of the students as well as the packages that are being offered to them. So, if I'm looking at the second table and I want to see that who got a 20 LPA package, so this 20 LPA I can easily fetch it from the sign number third, right? I can easily fetch it from that. So I can treat the sign number as my foreign key because it can link me to the primary key of the above table. So if I choose sign number 3, I can easily fetch from here that sign number 3, student ID 202, name Sarah, and company placed Amazon. So I can know that 20 LPA package is being offered to Sarah and company placed is Amazon, right? So, in simple words, it acts as a link between two tables. It is an attribute which matches primary key in another table. Okay, so I can link two tables with the help of a foreign key. Moving ahead, we have composite key. What is a composite key? Composite keys are nothing, they're just super keys with more than one attribute. So, as I told you, that you can have one attribute as a super key, or you can have pairing of attributes as your super keys as well. So composite keys are super keys with more than one attribute. So sign number, student ID, sign number, name, company placed name. All these grouping of attributes can be called as a composite key. All right. Moving ahead, we have compound key. This is the last key that we are going to understand. Compound key is something, compound key is a key which has foreign key as an attribute. If you remember, what was the foreign key that we chose? Sign number, right? It was linking us to the primary key of the other table, and composite keys were nothing but grouping of super keys together. So compound key is a key which has foreign key in it. So all the composite keys which has foreign key, that is sign number in it, we can choose them as our compound keys. All right, I hope the concept is clear. So we have linked all the keys together and we were able to find out that there are different kind of keys. Like first was super key, then we had candidate key, primary key, foreign key, composite key, and compound key. All of them are linked together, but with help of one example you can understand the basic concept, and now when you are given any other table or any other relation, you can easily identify all of these keys. So I hope I was able to clear all your doubts about keys, and looking forward to see you in our next videos. All the best for your preparations till then. See you.